A signing in New Orleans that kind of caught us off guard yesterday. Chase Young, formerly of the Washington Commanders and of the San Francisco 49ers this past season, is now a New Orleans Saint on a 1-year, fully guaranteed $13 million deal. I don't think any of us expect this for Chase Young. Congratulations, getting a fully guaranteed deal.
Yeah.
I assume there's incentives as well for that particular team. Nobody's really talking about the Saints this particular offseason. Last year was big quarterback drama. This year, not really a lot of chatter about the Saints in an NFC South that really is not highly heralded.
No, it's not, because, I mean, I think a lot of the news from that division has been with the other teams, because it's been with Tampa because they re-signed Baker and the Falcons made a head coaching change. And, you know, Carolina's just kind of a dumpster fire. And New Orleans has kind of been the forgot about team because, I mean, they've been a really good organization. They just kind of go about their business. The only time we talked about it was Michael Thomas was not happy with that beat writer who said he was going to get released on so-and-so day. But he was
he called him a hoe?
Yeah, he did call him a hoe.
Jeff Duncan. Also, when Mickey Loomis chewed that gum.
Allegedly, Jeff Duncan's, that's what Michael Thomas is.
Allegedly.
Right. Sure. We do not know Jeff Dunk.
No.
We do not know Dunks, as his friends call him. But we did read a tweet on X.
Yeah.
They called him a hoe.
Yeah, right.
Now, that was certainly a topic of discussion, but back to your point. I forget who said it over here.
Mickey.
The guy that's running that team is a barn animal in chewing gum and eating food. That's the big takeaway from this particular offseason.
Yeah, I think that's why we stopped talking about the Saints, is because we listened to that 2-minute video, the entirety of it, while being so upset with the fact that he was just chomping on his gum into the microphone that we were like, all right, you know what, Saints, we'll see you in September. We're not talking about you. Yeah, exactly.
So sometimes you have these ideas, right? And then they backfire, so you got to adjust, and you got adversity, and you're either thriving or you're dying, okay? So sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it to. Next question. Into a microphone.
Yep. For a while.
It's like, buddy, you're killing me.
Yeah, stop.
Like, actually, nobody wants to listen to any of the words coming out of your mouth right now. They won a Super Bowl.
Yes, they did.
Oh, yeah.
Against a team that I was on.
Against you.
Not against me. Well, I was on the field, but I am nowhere near to blame for our loss, which is cool. That is really cool.
Yep.
And also, if we would have won, nobody would have remembered that I was on the team, except for if I won. Huh? Ever see one of these?
Cool.
But instead, Mickey Loomis gets a Super Bowl. So he's obviously done a lot of great things over a long time. But with the way he talked in that microphone, I would have never expected him to be a successful anything.
Nope.
Ever. Chase Young coming in, though, alongside that defense, which has been good for years. Feels like the Saints defense very underappreciated from a national conversation standpoint, because the offense over the last few years since Sean Payton's retirement hasn't been able to keep up. But they add another weapon to the defense. I assume they're willing to pay the $13 million and be like, hey, you get us 6 more sacks, 7 more sacks this year. That's all we think we need to get over the hump defensively. And then on the offense, Derek Carr's just going to have to figure it out.
Yeah, they've always been able to get to the quarterback, and their back end's really good. I think they restructured or re-signed to an extension Demario Davis again, so he's basically, I think, going to finish his career there, which is awesome. But like, it's been the last few years, it's been the O-line and the quarterback position, and that's, I mean, Derek Carr is so up and down. Like, he'll make throws where you're like, oh right, that's
MVP,
that's unbelievable, and then he'll make throws and you're like, I almost swore, because that's literally what he makes you want. Like, what the are we thinking?
Freak.
Yeah.
What the freak are we doing?
Exactly.
Down there.
Which is what he would say, too.
Yeah, because that's how he would speak.
Kamara will have a full off season.
Which is always seemingly, you watch Kamara, you go, he's so good, why does their offense stink?
Yep.
Makes no sense.
Taysom Hill, he's so good, why does their offense stink?
Olave.
So good, why does their offense stink?
I mean, Rashid Shaheed, the amount of big plays that he made last year.
He came in and said hello to the world.
Yep.
Why do they stink?
Doesn't make any sense.
None. Joining us now is a man who might know the reasoning on why Chase Young got brought in for a fully guaranteed $13 million deal to the Saints. What are they looking for down there? Joining us is a former GM, an author, a speaker, a host, a writer, an email newsletter entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, host of the Lombardi Line, Michael Lombardi.
Yeah, Lombo!
Hi.
Guys, how we doing?
Hey, great. Not as good as Chase Young on this glorious day. $13 million guaranteed. Do we expect that? This is like third, fourth round of the free agency wave. I don't think I saw that number coming to any human this late into the free agency tampering period. But Chase Young gets $13 million. What do you think the reasoning is behind it, Lombo?
Well, look, this is a good defense. I heard you guys talking about it. I mean, they gave up 72 points over the last 5 games of the season. They played well. And you need a pass rusher at the end of the game in the fourth quarter. And I'm sure they're probably selling him on, you didn't get the contract you wanted. You didn't get over $20 million. You didn't get as much as Bryce Huff did from the Eagles on a multi-year deal. We'll pay you this number and come in and prove it. I'm sure it's got a lot of voidable years to the deal to get the cap number low, kind of like the Beckham deal last year with the Ravens. So this is one of those win-win deals. If you play well, we win and you win. And I think that's ultimately what happens. And you could wait around and, once the number was going to start getting lower, I'm sure other teams are going to try to get involved. But for the Saints, look, at the end of the year, they were playing good. As you guys were talking about, their offense has always been the issue, and their red zone offense particularly. So they've made those changes. Clint Kubiak comes in on the offensive staff. They've kind of gone away from the Sean Payton offense, so we'll see how it works for Carr.
I remember Derek Carr in that press conference talking about the red zone or third down offense.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. He got into it a little bit with the media when they were chit-chatting about the lack of performance on the important downs. Hopefully they'll be able to figure it out. Congrats, Chase. Good luck out there.
Good luck.
An ESPN pundit, incredibly handsome, Damian Wood.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fellas, what's happening?
Hey, this morning,
you
showed up fresh fade.
Oh, clean.
Hey, Foxworth had he had a clean fade as well. We didn't know if there was a barber maybe at the set or not. You had clean fade, clean face, suit, perfectly tailored. You showed up this morning and killed the game, D-Wood. You should be pumped right now. Hell yeah, D-Wood.
Hey, man, listen, I will say this, man. I damn sure feeling good about myself, but I got to say this, man. I don't know if I'm going to be sleeping in the bed tonight because the wife ain't happy with the shave, brother.
Oh no,
the wife ain't happy with the yeah. She's not happy with the fresh shave on the face, man. So maybe I can come sleep on your couch.
Come on, we got multiple. Come on, Connor just bought a nice 2-bedroom apartment.
Got a room for you.
He's got a room with a good view of Indianapolis. Some say the best they've ever seen. But you did all this without even. You didn't even talk to that's a bad decision. Now, from our standpoint, we think that was a risky decision on your side, just as married men. Is this the case you're kind of realizing now?
Yeah, the wife is out of town and she happened to see my face on the tube this morning. And it's like, what the hell you do that for?
That's not my husband.
What? That's not, it wasn't cool at all. So I might have to face the repercussions when she gets back.
She's upset you look too good.
Hey, you look too good. Yeah. Hey, she's like, damn, is that 24-year-old? Hey, who's this?
I can't help I'm styling and profiling. You know what I mean?
It's not your fault. I mean, you made a decision that made you look phenomenal. And I like the fact, and this has kind of been the story of my life with some people's significant others throughout the days. Back whenever guys had girlfriends and everything, I seemingly was always the person where significant other says something and my ideas are the complete opposite. It's the same exact situation. It's the same situation. She literally, we reached out to ESPN. We're like, hey, we haven't talked to Damian in a while, or D-Wood in a while. Love him. Also, looks so cool today. Can we have him on the show? At the same time, he's getting a message from his wife. Why do you look the way you look? What a time. Anyways, D-Wood, you're crushing it. Let's talk a little ball, shall we?
Let's do it.
Free agency. Obviously, a lot of teams made some moves. Some teams